All right, welcome back into Indie B&B. Today we are joined by Cat Clyde, native of Quebec or up in the Great White North in Ontario. Super excited to have her in with us. But Cat, how are things going? I know you out in California, right now, or where we located at?
No, I'm actually in Stratford, Ontario right now.
All right.
I just got back from the UK, which was really exciting.
Ooh,
Um, yeah, and the shows were really good, and I had a really good time. It was a nice time.
awesome. Well, we'll have to dive into that. But obviously you're new to our listeners, you're new to our group over here at Indie Binny and B, and like we'd love to just talk a little bit how'd you get started going with this thing? How did Cat Clyde get born?
Yeah, I mean, I've always been interested in music since I was young, and I was always was singing. Um, and I didn't really start playing guitar until later on, until I was around 15, and started writing songs and um yeah, I guess I never really imagined myself doing music full time. It just kind of sort of happened and yeah, I feel very grateful for that and very lucky. I ended up doing a college program at Fanshawe College in London, Ontario called Music Industry Arts. And so I was about 18, 17 when I went and did that. And yeah, I just thought I'll check it out and see if I fit in and see what happens. And I just ended up meeting some really incredible people and made my first record after graduating there. And yeah, I made it with my friend Patrick Faulkner and our professor that we both shared at the college named David Martin. And that was kind of really the start of Cat Clyde. And after releasing that record, I tried to put it out there and um wasn't really expecting a whole lot. The experience was really rewarding and I felt really good and proud of just like making a record because it was such a huge endeavor. And then it ended up getting picked up by this guy named Johnny Shipes, who was running Cinematic at the time, which is a record label based in New York. And yeah, he kind of signed me to the label, and then I got to go tour, and it was awesome. Got to tour the States and Canada and yeah, go to Europe, and it's crazy. So
Wow.
yeah, that was quite a while ago. So now I've things have shifted and changed, but I'm still on the still on the music road, I guess, still making records. And yeah, I'm really grateful to be here and to make music. And yeah, I feel really lucky.
Nice. Well, I mean, lot to unpack there. Obviously, you have a lot of teachers in your life that shape you. Talk to me more about the teacher that you made the record with. Was that somebody who was a specific, was it a specific subject that you were super passionate about that ended up you hit it off with that person, you guys started making music together, or like what would that how did that kind of coalesce? That's something we haven't heard.
Yeah, so the professor was David Martin, and he taught production, and I really connected with him as a teacher. He was just really great um, teacher, and kind of in that class is where I kind of started to share my writing, which I hadn't really done before. And yeah, he just really believed in it and really expressed to me that it was something special and that something should be done with it. And um yeah, I ended up meeting Patrick Faulkner through him, and he was just like this absolutely fantastic player. He could play like so many things so well. I mean, his main instrument was piano, and he also played guitar and bass, and also mixed the whole record. And we recorded it in his basement. And yeah, it was a really intense, like beautiful period of my life, and it was really amazing to create that together. And so yeah, the three of us kind of made it, and yeah, it was amazing.
Isn't that crazy how like we always talk to so many bands and it's just like so many of them talk about the music that they had but they didn't want to share and like it really just takes like that one either person or just event that just really pushes you over the edge to be like, hey, I'm gonna finally do this. And then once, obviously it's hard to make one record, but you've made several, and looks like that little push really kind of got you over the edge.
Yeah, definitely. I was definitely really shy, and I mean it's hard. I mean personally, like my songs are really I don't know, they're personal, they're about my life, my feelings, and like yeah, that's hard to share sometimes. So yeah, it is really important to have those people in life that see the potential and they know how to gently kind of guide you to express those things. So yeah, I'm really grateful.
Very good. Well, awesome. Well, kind of would love to know. We always ask people about their name, stage name, or is Cat Clyde your real name? Is that your stage name? What is that for you? Did you come up with that? Is that, a moniker? Like
Yeah, I mean, what is a real name anyway? I mean, uh I chose the name Cat Clyde and but I mean, I feel like even if we don't choose our names are kind of chosen. I don't know. I'm not really making any sense right now, but yeah, I chose the name and it was inspired by I was hanging out in high school. I smoked a lot of weed and hung out in the graveyard and whatever, and there was a gravestone that I really liked and it just had the last name Clyde, and um I just felt like Cat Clyde really went well together, and I don't know, it's stuck. I'm stuck with it now, so I like
So
it though. I still
on
like
that
it, thank God.
on that point, I was one of the songs of yours that really struck a chord with me. I was just like listening and it came on was All the Black. And then I watched the music video. Crazy music video, but it's the like sort of cemetery scenes that have something to do with the name.
That's so interesting. I didn't really have a whole lot of a say in the sort of like the direction of the music video, but I really loved the director and um I felt like very trusting of his work, and um that was a really interesting shoot because I kind of showed up and they had Airbnb this place, and they were kind of like building whole rooms in each room, and it was like really insane, and I didn't even get to like walk into the house until like I was there for like 4 hours just like waiting, and yeah, and then I got to go into the house and I saw the graveyard room. They had built that inside of a room in an Airbnb and then tore it down the same day. It was like insane, but it wasn't connected at all. But that's interesting that you made that
Yeah.
connection.
I mean, I just watched it before we got on here. Uh, did that guy, the guy with the head down, did he have to do that the whole time? That looked pretty
Yeah,
uncomfortable.
he actually was really sore after that. I do remember that. He's kind of sore.
His head's just like hanging there on something for the
Yeah.
entire video. But
well,
very powerful song. Very powerful song.
Thank you.
so you're touring with the upcoming with your album Down Rounder. I mean, like, what's something one of the songs that maybe somebody you hadn't gotten the traction on the streams yet, but you feel like, hey, I'm really excited about people to hear this on tour, and really this played well over in Europe. Like, what's your pick there? That's something that everyone can listen for whenever you come here, October 29th at Smith's Old Bar.
That's a really good question. Um, I'm really proud of like the whole record, and I'm finding myself like as I play the songs more, I mean, I think live they kind of evolve into something. I've also been kind of experimenting with like three-piece versus like full band sort of setup. So that definitely changes things. If I had to choose one though, I would I've been feeling really good about Eternity and Real Love. I think those are really fun to play live, and I've been really enjoying playing them live.
Awesome. Well, when in your with your process, when your creative process, like, how did you, I guess, with Real Love, will take for example, I know that's a little bit of a slower jam. Like, what does that one feel? How did you come up with that one? Are you lyrics first? Are you, we're going to come up with chords and fill in from there? So during that, kind of creative process, where did that one come from?
Yeah, I mean, it definitely started just with lyrics, and then yeah, I have a tenor guitar, which is a 4-string guitar, and that's really inspired me a lot to play um kind of more like jazzy type chords and things like that. And um I think I was really inspired to make something, that just kind of felt like love. So I really like going into the studio and things, and tried a lot of different things with it, and a lot of different yeah, but it ended up like through the recording process just really coming together beautifully. And um yeah, the whole record like was mostly recorded live, which is really exciting, and I really wanted to keep that feeling of like being in the room and capturing a moment rather than sort of building, which can be really good sometimes. Um but yeah, I really just wanted it to feel sonically like love, sort of the ocean, immersive kind of underwater red.
Mhm.
um, yeah.
Love it.
That
I
makes
love
sense.
it. Definitely,
How
definitely.
was the in making this album, how was the experience of being in Sound City with all the rich history coming out of that studio?
It was really spectacular. I was definitely pretty nervous going in, and felt like um just like a bit overwhelmed at first, because it was just like such an incredible, like you really could feel it when you walked in the
Hmm.
door. um yeah, and I was just like paired with just like the most incredible players, and that was another like kind of like whoa, this is like crazy. um but it was just really amazing. We all got on so well, so fast, and it was really like we recorded all the songs aside from two in 6 days, and it was just kind of like
Wow.
this really incredible experience. And we all yeah, we all rode the ship and arrived somewhere. And yeah, it was amazing. It was an amazing experience. I really enjoyed it.
Did you write any songs in the studio, or did you have them all pre-written?
No, I had them all written.
Gotcha. Gotcha. Well, we've been mentioning live stuff. I want to dive into the touring aspect of things. And I think that's, always an interesting. Everyone's always got like stories from the road, but I always like to ask, who's a person that, as you've gone through and you just got back from Europe, is there a sound tech or like a waiter at a restaurant or somebody who like really enhanced your experience while you're over in Europe on the tour and that you won't forget?
Hmm, that's a really good question. Hmm.
We could ponder on it. Let's
I'm not
think.
sure about a random person, but I feel like I got to go with um some really dear friends of mine. I have a friend in the UK named Frank Styles, and he played bass for me. And we met in 2018. We He was playing with another band, and I opened for them, and we toured America. And so it was really great to reconnect with him. And then also Danny Brooks, who drove. He also played in that other band, and we met in that same time and place. And so I got to bring my drummer, who I work with a lot. And then I got to be with Danny and Frank, which was like so wonderful. And so I think it was really kind of a unique experience, because I was kind of just going out with some really lovely pals, and everyone was so lovely to be around, and I just felt really supported and held. And I think it's, really important, like the people that you go on tour with are, there for you and helpful, because it can be very hard sometimes. So yeah, that it was just a really great experience going out with those guys, and I love them all very much. So it was really nice.
It's cool to come full circle with, you know, some folks that you met early on, and then, hey,
Yeah.
I'm gonna be in Europe, you're in Europe. Let's, you know, would you mind coming on and playing with me? That's very cool.
Yeah.
Well, looking ahead to, you know, the United States tour, obviously we're super excited about the date here in Atlanta, at Smith Soul Bar on Sunday, October 29th. You know, I know you've got a little bit of time here before you kind of kick things back off. Like, you know, are you just kind of recharging, getting ready to go? You know, what's got you most amped up for the US leg?
Yeah, definitely recharging and just rehearsing and, getting I was doing 3-piece in the UK and I'll be doing like 4 and 5-piece here. So just like recalibrating that and, going through the songs and just making sure they're the best they can be and just feeling really comfortable about them. And yeah, also just trying to see some like family and friends while I'm here because I'm not here very often. So yeah. Trying to soak in the last little bits of summer before I'm gone because I'll be gone until almost the end of November. So
Wow, it's gonna be a little bit different of a season when you come back for sure.
yeah.
A little bit cooler.
Yeah.
Uh, Gotcha. Well, any you know, particular, you know, cities that are kind of off the grid that you're excited to, maybe you haven't been to yet, that you're really excited to see, or are there, you know, pieces to the tour that you're just you know, really, you know, pumped about?
I mean, I'm kind of pumped about the whole tour. I haven't done a lot of like kind of like my area shows in a long time, so I'm really excited about that because it's just not going to be that far of drives, which is really neat. And yeah, just kind of like check out the scene of my area because I'm not usually here very often, so that's going to be really neat. And going back to Quebec, I haven't been back in a long time and I used to live there, so um I'm really excited to be back in Montreal. And yeah, it's been a while since I've been to New York or Nashville or Atlanta, so I'm really excited for the whole thing. Yeah.
Love it. I love it. Well, anything, you know, any kind of pyrotechnics we can look forward to, you know, any kind of anything special? I guess we'll have to just kind of see, you know, one of the
No pyrotechnics.
We can shoot
Uh,
off a couple fireworks for you if you'd like.
yeah,
But
we need to bring
yeah. Oh
sparklers.
yeah, maybe, yeah, bring a couple sparklers maybe. That would be good. And some
Yeah.
weed.
We'll talk about that offline.
Okay. Cool.
I like it. I like it. Well, you know, I think it's time for us to get into a little Pete Peterson party pack of questions. I mean,
Okay.
diving into, you
Hit
know,
me.
the weird part of this show.
Okay.
So with that, Pete Peterson's party pack of questions, 20 questions right in a row, this or that, mainly food based. Here we go.
Okay.
Cat Clyde, cake or pie? What are you choosing?
Pie.
All right, she's pieing. All right, salad or soup?
Mm. Depends. What kind of salad? What kind of soup? Oh, geez. I'll say salad then.
All right, salad, more versatile.
Yeah.
Sunrise or sunset? What are you seeing more of these days?
Ooh. Oh, definitely seeing more sunset, but I wish I was seeing more sunrise. I like the sunrise.
All right, I like it. Would you rather hit a home run or score a touchdown? This is an interesting one for a Canadian. We haven't asked this to a Canadian yet, so
Home run or a touchdown? I guess I would probably say home run.
she's gonna hit a bomb. I like it. All right.
DJs.
Night in or night out? What are you doing more of?
Uh, I guess that's a hard question because I feel like when I'm home, I like to just stay in because I go out every night is Saturday night, when you're on the road. So, I mean, I guess I'm gonna just have to say 50-50 because I don't have an answer for that.
All right, all right, all right. When you go out and your jam comes on, are you more likely to do the robot or the worm as your first dance move?
I love to dance. I don't think I could do the worm, so I'm gonna say the robot.
All right, all right. When you're at your favorite local Mexican spot, whether local or abroad. Are you a guac or a queso person?
Guac. Oh yeah.
Avocado all day. I like it. Okay.
Avocado all day.
Waffles or pancakes?
Ah, I don't really eat either of those things. Neither.
More of a protein person in the morning, we see. All right. Raw eggs. Cat Clyde.
Yeah, raw eggs. That's it.
Coffee or tea?
Tea.
Okay. All right.
Can't do
Dogs or cats?
dogs. Dogs 100%.
Even
Would
with a
you
name
rather
like
be
Cat.
Sorry. It's
Oh,
just a name.
but you
I don't
chose
mind cats though, but some cats can be crazy. I mean, some dogs can be crazy too. But
I'm
I
not
like
disagreeing with you.
I
I'm just
love
surprised.
dogs.
All right. She's all into the dogs, even with the name Cat. We like it. All right. Ninja or a pirate? What are you more like?
What am I more like?
Yeah.
I would say a hybrid between both of those. A ninja pirate.
All right. All
Yeah.
right. We haven't heard that either. They sailed along the ships over there in Japan. So the Ninja
Yeah.
Pirates. Let's go. Ninja Pirate sounds like a sweet band name. Put it in the docket. Gatorade or Powerade? No, we're not sponsored by either of them. We just don't know any other brands of sports drink.
Coconut water.
Coconut water. All right. I like the alternative answers. I think I'm into
Okay, cool. I'm glad. That's okay.
that. Toast or bagels?
Mmm. Toast or bagels?
Along with your raw eggs in the morning that I made up that you eat.
Um, Also don't eat a whole lot of bread, but I
Can be
would
for you.
say I would say like a New York bagel I would take over bread.
Okay. All right. All right. Chips or pretzels?
Chips,
All right. Fries or tots?
fries. I love tots, but I love fries.
All right. All right. When you sit down after a long evening, are you more likely to watch a television show or a movie?
Hmm. I guess that depends on my mood and attention span because sometimes you just want something quick, and sometimes, yeah, I don't really like to throw on a movie that I don't care about, but I like to throw on a show that I don't care about.
Sounds like
I'll
you're on
say
TV.
movie. I'll say movie.
Same movie.
I
Okay.
do
All
like
right.
movies. I like movies.
All right. Do you believe in aliens?
Yeah, I think that's pretty crazy if you don't believe in aliens. Come on, guys. It's
What?
2023, okay?
I haven't shaken one's hand, so I don't believe. I don't know. I'm waiting.
Okay. You don't believe. Okay. That's okay.
So until I get a firm handshake from somebody, I just don't know. Bigfoot. Do you believe in Bigfoot?
That's a good question. Um, I recorded my record Hunter's Trance in outside of Seattle, and they were like all into Bigfoot, and I never really knew about Bigfoot. And then I don't know. I feel like maybe Bigfoot is like maybe he's not necessarily of this world, but lives in another dimension, and he has some kind of portal that, you know, he can kind of pass through, and like we don't know how long he can maintain on the like portal, like, so I think he's real, but I don't know if he's real in the sense of like what people think is real. If that makes sense.
That
I
makes
like it.
sense.
Bigfoot's hopping around portals. He's
Yeah.
probably got more advanced technology than we do. That's why we can't catch him on film.
I mean, maybe he's not even on this dimension right now. Like maybe he only comes like what's that movie where the scary thing comes out every 7 years?
It.
The Ring.
No, he's like a scarecrow guy.
Jeepers Creepers.
Yeah, Jeepers Creepers. I
Jeepers
think
Creepers.
that's like Bigfoot. He's like either hibernates or he goes into another dimension and that's how he hibernates. But who knows how long for?
I like it. All right. Well, so we say we're going yes on Bigfoot, but
Yeah,
he's in
yeah.
okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is love at first sight real?
Yeah. I think energy is real, and I think you can sense energy. And if you sense, I feel like sensing someone you've met before or someone you've, I don't know, recognize, then it's easy to just feel like, yeah, that's love.
Yeah, I like
Sure.
it. All right. And this is the final question of Pete Peterson's party pack of questions. You've done really, really well. You've given us some. I like the answers. I like the kind of you thought
We're
through.
thinking. We are thinking.
We're thinking today. A lot of times, sometimes it's about speed, sometimes about thinking.
Mm.
And today we were thinking. Two bands that we might not know that we ought to check out. They can be friends of yours. They can be people who are going to be on the tour later. They could be people who you just are digging right now, who the algorithm sent you. So whoever they want to be, but two bands that we ought to check out that we might try to get on this show.
Two bands that you might want to get on the show that you might not know. Oh, just give me 1 minute, eh?
We got an A. I knew we'd get one, Tash.
Oh, a lot of the people I'm really liking right now are dead. Is that still a thing?
We do have a seance part of this podcast where we do bring dead artists back. We just say what they're thinking.
We are trying to get Jimmy Buffett at the moment.
Well, my friend Joe Abbott is going to be opening the shows on the Canadian side of the tour, and he's Canadian, and we met at a festival last year, and his music is really great. So his name is Joe Abbott. And then another person I've been listening to recently is Steph Green, and she's really quite good, and she's just got a really great style and great aesthetic to her sound. Yeah, and she's also a great like lap steel player. So yeah.
Very cool. All right. Joe Abbott and Steph Green, our listeners, please go check out both of them. And anything else you got coming up? For obviously you're touring over here. Are there any new releases, or just we're sticking down rounder all the way through? We got anything else going to come out while you're on tour, or it's just we're touring and we're grinding?
Yeah, nothing's gonna come out on tour, but once I finish this headlining tour, I'm hopping on with Margaret Glaspie, which is really cool. And then so I'll be on with her until almost the end of November. And I am working on a collaborative project with someone currently, but I'm not going to tell you who it is. And I'm not going to say anything else other than that.
Oh, all right. Little mystery at the end of this. I like it. Well, October 29th, Cat Clyde, Smith's Old Bar, Sunday night, 1 p.m. The Steelers will be on at Smith's Old Bar, and then you'll be able to roll right into Cat Clyde right after. It's going to be a great, great day. Super excited to see you live and in person, and get that handshake that I like to.
Yeah, and you'll know I'm real.
But we appreciate you taking the time to answer our goofy questions, and thank you so much for coming on.
Yeah, great to meet you both, and looking forward to seeing you guys in person.
All right, Cat Clyde, ladies and gentlemen, thank you.
Awesome. Thanks. See ya.
Yeah.